My name is Kelly Church. I'm Matthew Benash Band and Grand Traverse Band Descent. I'm from Hopkins, Michigan, and I'm a black ash basket weaver.
Kelly, what's the significance for you of working?
The significance of black ash baskets goes back centuries, I would even say thousands of years. The Anishinaabe of Michigan and the Great Lakes area have been making black ash baskets for this long of time. I come from one of the largest black ash basket families in Michigan, and so if there's I've met about 45 in the state, about 25 are from my family. So we have a picture from 1919 of people weaving baskets, and from that I could say I'm a fifth generation. But my grandmother said we made baskets before they made cameras, so it goes back much farther than that. This material has supplied us with many utilitarian baskets that we've always needed to use, such as fishing creels, baby baskets, gathering baskets, and then as non-native people began to move in, my family would make tourist baskets to sell for money, and today we do the same thing. We make baskets, sell it for money, and pay our bills and take care of our families.
Great. What does a creative process look like for you? So from idea, beginning to the very end.
The first thing I have to do is harvest a tree in the woods, so I have to find wetlands is where they grow. And when I get out to the wetlands, I have to find a good basket tree. So a good basket tree has bark that grows straight, and the thickness of the growth rings are not thicker than a nickel. So I have to search trees, notch them, and find the good tree. And then when I do, I offer some tobacco because we always want to give thanks to the forest and to our ancestors that have passed on these traditions for so many years to us. And then we harvest the tree. And when we harvest the tree, we actually have to carry it out on our shoulders because you can't drive into wetlands and swamps with cars. And then we go home and we take the bark off the tree and we pound it with the backside of an axe. And you have to hit this wood just as hard as you would if you were chopping wood. And you also have to hit the axe very evenly, and you have to overlap. So it's something that certain people are pounders and have become very accustomed to it. And I can literally say probably in Michigan we probably have less than 20 pounders, maybe less than 10. It's a very intense, laborious process. But once we pound on that wood, it separates the fibers in between the growth rings, and each growth ring will pop up and release from the log. And then I take each growth ring and I score it and I peel it down in half just like a banana from end to end, and this is where we get our basket weaving materials from. And then my process from there, 75% of it is just preparing my materials. The process from there is weaving, and by that time I always tell people I have like years worth of ideas in my head, so it's not really coming up with the idea, it's having the time to do them. So once I start working on a piece, I pretty much already know what I'm going to work on, and I just start cutting the pieces and putting them together.
Kelly, what inspires you?
What inspires me mostly these days is my activism work with the emerald ash borer. We're losing all of our ash trees to the emerald ash borer. It is a bug that was discovered in Michigan in 2002, but has been here since 1992. So we have literally lost over 500 million ash trees, and almost all of the black ash basket trees in the mitten of the Michigan are decimated. So I really have to look along ways to find my trees now. So with this, I make a lot of pieces that deal with sustaining the traditions or teaching people about the emerald ash borer. And so people will be questioning, why would she put a bug with her basket? And sometimes I'll do that. I'll put a bug inside the vial inside of a basket, just so people will question. They want to know more. So my activism and artwork mixed together has been my most important work that I do these days.
How do your modern pieces tell the story of traditional culture?
My modern pieces tell the story of tradition and culture because they are done in the same way that we have always made our baskets. From the harvest of the tree, the processing are done the same way. And the story I tell is a story of resilience and continuation, trying to continue the work that we do with black ash. So My pieces tell stories of the past and present mixed together, and I would say the past and present woven together in these pieces. When you open them up, some of them will have a voice that will tell the story. Some of them you will give the piece a voice on your own with your own ideas. But all of them will tell a story of bringing our past together with the present to continue all of these processes for many years to come.
What are you most proud of in your life as an artist?
I guess the thing I'm really most proud of is that I'm able to do what my ancestors did and my family have done for so long. That I'm able to perpetuate it, that I'm able to continue it. And the most pride comes from, seeing the next generation do it. My daughter weaves baskets as well. And I'm just waiting to teach grandkids. I don't have any yet. That's why I'm waiting. So I want to teach the next generation in my family, but just seeing the youth pick it up. I apprentice with youth throughout the state, and when those children pick it up and start teaching it to others, that becomes my biggest source of pride, that they're getting it, that they're doing it, and that I know it will be continued on long after I'm gone.
What do you want viewers to notice or know or appreciate about you, your work, and your culture?
I want people to see that Natives have been here for many years. We never left. We've always been here. That the things that we do today are the things that we did yesterday, but we do them in a more modern way, just as everybody does. We never really lived in teepees around here. We lived in, bark houses and such things like that. So we all have different cultures. We all have different languages. We all have different things that we have carried on through the many centuries to share with everyone. So I hope everyone here will take in each and every artist's story, message, look at every piece. Everything here was started in one way or another way back in the day, and continued on in the contemporary way, because we all live in today's world just like everybody else. So our pieces reflect our lives today with our traditions of yesterday.
Beautiful. What exciting things are you working on right now?
I'm working on some really exciting pieces incorporating the voice of the ash into the basket. And so in this exhibition, you will see one piece that incorporates that voice. And it's been one of the most challenging pieces, trying to get the pieces all to work together, just so when you open the basket, it does what I want it to do. So that's the most exciting thing I'm working on right now.
Wonderful. Can you say thank you for visiting and where we can find more of your work at?
Okay. Miigwech for coming to visit this exhibition today. We're so happy that you're here. You can see more of my work at www.woodlandarts.com and visit the art of myself, Kelly Church, and my daughter, Cherish Parrish.